What it is, guys, your boy Blasphemous HD. A lot of you guys have been asking me to tell you guys a story about how I just recently got into a fist fight a couple of weeks ago at a casino. A lot of you guys might be just thinking, Maurice, you're just a violent person. That is not all the way true. I'm not a very violent person. Only when people are violent to me first, man. This shit's not my fault. Now, some people out there are probably like, oh man, well, violence is terrible in the first place. But look, this is the way I grew up. Okay, in the areas that I lived in, if you let people whoop your ass, then you just was gonna get your ass whooped. And then even the he bitches start trying to pick on you and beat you up because you're such an easy freaking target. So, like I said, man, my childhood, man, I lived in really, really bad fucking areas. I mean, east side of Cleveland, the projects of fucking Las Vegas for most of my life that I've been out here. It's just not a good look. And one of the things I've learned is if you let people, they will fucking pick on you. And this just doesn't go for bad areas, man. This shit goes for at your jobs, at school, fucking everywhere. Like, adults do the shit too. If you a pussy, then they gon' fuck you. So with that being said, I was at the Planet Hollywood Casino playing some poker, and everyone knows me there. Like, everyone's mad fucking cool with me there. I know all the dealers. I know half the players. I know most of the staff members. I know mostly everybody because when I played poker for a living, that's where all the fish were, that and Bali. So I used to play there a whole fucking lot, so they know me. So I'm sitting there playing poker, man, and unfortunately for me, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and our table got real low, so they had to break our table and move us to different areas. So when they moved us to a different table, I sit down, and when I'm sitting down, I'm kind of sandwiched in between these two white dudes, right? One guy was like this buff, meathead, white guy with a little bit of a mohawk type of persona to him, way fucking bigger than me. The guy on the other side of me was another white dude. He was an older white guy though. He was super duper nice. Dude was mad cool, man. We're laughing, joking. He's a great guy. So I'm sitting there and I'm playing poker, and halfway through our poker match, these guys start fucking arguing. Like, I don't know why dude would see fit to argue with someone who's clearly in his mid-50s, but they were freaking screaming and hollering at each other. And at one point, both the fucking guys got up. The buff guy fucking gets up, then and starts like, doing this shit at the guy. Like he was about to, like fuck him up and shit. But then they kind of calmed down and they sat back down. Now, I don't know what the fuck was going on. Me personally, I think the buff dude was drunk or on something. I don't know what he was on, but he was feeling himself like way too much, to the point where he was like grabbing the dealer's whole body and shaking them and shit very inappropriately, and the dealer didn't like it. You could see him nudge him off him and whatnot. He was like grabbing at me a little bit, which, I wasn't really, tripping about that, but I was just letting them know, like, hey man, hey, you're too close, man, you're too close. Then it got to the point where these two guys get into another fucking argument. This time, when the buff guy gets up, he starts really freaking like, yeah, man, I'm gonna fucking kill you, man, I'm gonna fuck you up, blah, 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 blah. Now, again, this is not none of my business, okay? This guy's just talking shit. I'm still sitting down and I'm playing poker, but I'm sandwiched in between these two guys, and I'm so uncomfortably close to this dude so that whenever he violently shook at the dude on the other side of me, his dick kind of nudged my shoulder a little bit, man. I'm like, nigga, get your man, like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, baby, you know what I mean? But again, this isn't my business. He's arguing with the other guy, has nothing to do with me, even though this guy is like, super close to me, and I can feel this nigga, like fucking do this shit at the dude on the other side. I guess the white dude on the other side kind of gets enough of this, and he stands up as well. And he's like, you know what, dude, I don't like the way you're talking to me, okay? This is not gonna fly. This is not cool, all right? You need to calm down. So then the buff white dude takes a step closer to him, which is even closer to me. I don't know what set him off. I guess he was just used to being an alpha male, and he didn't like the fact that this other dude who was clearly older than him would have the nerve to, not do what he's saying to do or not be scared of him. So I shit you not, the white buff dude, he steps forward, he's like, oh, what, you want to talk some fucking shit? oh, what, for real, dude, I'll fucking, and he leans back and just fucking throws a wild ass fucking haymaker at the white guy. He misses completely, punched me in the fucking head. Now, I don't even need to tell you guys what's going through my mind when I got punched, because, you know, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I already did not like the dude based on how aggressive he was being at everyone else at the freaking table, right? No one else liked the guy. The dealer was getting fed up with the dude, you know, but again, this was none of my business. You play poker, you run into assholes all the time, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Me, I don't know about a lot of y'all, but when I was a kid, I got beat the fuck up and jumped all the time for being shy, not having nice clothes, you know, just like being scared of getting into altercations in fucking general, and people would smell that on me, and I got bullied a lot. And the only thing that stopped the bullies from picking on me when I was a kid up until, you know, who I am now, is when I used to turn around and fuck these motherfuckers up. People tend to think that because I'm so happy and funny and fun that I tend to be a bit of a bitch. Now, lo and behold, I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not no coward, but this shit usually only pertains as to when I'm in a video game walking down a dark hallway and a fucking bitch wearing a bloody white dress and long hair covering her eyes walks out from behind the corner and is carrying a beheaded bloody fucking teddy bear and shit. Nigga, that shit scares the fuck out of me. Scary games scare the shit out of me. But just through trial and error and like how hard and how much violence I've been through in my life, given where I grew up at, I'm not scared of humans. I'm sorry. If you got like a gun or a knife or some shit, you got it. Not to say I'm super duper tough, which I'm not, but you know, I'm just gonna try to fight back if someone comes at me in a violent way. So when this guy hit me on the side of my fucking head, dude, I just saw red. All I remember is like just bursting up out of my seat and punching the guy in the freaking face. Dude freaking stumbles back like, oh. Given the way the guy had been acting the whole night, like super aggressive and trying to fight everybody, I'm thinking that this dude is about that life. I'm thinking he's with the business. I'm thinking it's fucking on right now. So I'm chasing this motherfucker down and I'm setting up to hit this motherfucker again. Like this is full on right now. We're in it. You know, this is like medieval times to the death out this bitch. You know, and when the guy sees me coming at him again, when he gains his composure, no, please God, no, please, no, what are you doing, dude? What's wrong? What are you doing? And my thing is, I'm okay with fighting people, but only when they're fighting me back. If someone stops and is like, oh my God, please stop, like, or, you know, I'm not good at, you know, hurting people who aren't trying to hurt me. So when he started pleading for forgiveness and shit, it kind of snapped me out of my seeing red moment and shit, and I start looking around, and I kind of noticed that literally the whole poker room had stopped. Dealers weren't dealing, cocktail waitresses weren't cocktailing, fucking everything was so quiet you could have heard a fly fart. Like everything stopped, and I noticed like what this is. I'm obviously the angry black guy, and I'm being violent for no fucking reason. Now mind you, the whole time I've been sitting at this table with this guy, the dealers have been rotating out, so most of the dealers saw this guy being just a violent asshole to every fucking body. But me, I'm not thinking like that. You know, I'm thinking, oh my God, I've just ruined my image. People think I'm crazy. So, you know, he gets up, you know, and he goes and he sits back down, and I go sit back down. And like the guy literally asked me, he's like, man, dude, like, why did you hit me? And I'm like, well, you hit me first. And he's like, yeah, man, but you just got up and punched me. Like, and that's one thing I hate about fucking bitch-made dudes, is they will go out of their way to be violent to you, right? Like start a fight with you, but the minute you punch the nigga in the face, he acts like you're beating him for no reason. He's sitting there trying to play the fucking victim. And I'm like, bitch, you've been hurting people at the table, you hit me. What the fuck do you just expect me to do? And he's like, man, and I'm like, and I try to get him to the benefit of the doubt. I did just make this dude look like a bitch in front of everybody. I punched the nigga in the face. His face was a bit fucked up a little bit. I'm like, you know what? Okay. You know what, man? My bad, dude. I just have bad reflexes. And he keeps up with it. He's like, so why are your reflexes like that? That's what you do? That's what your reflexes are? Wow, that's fucked up. 20 minutes later, we were all having a really good time. We had a really good poker game, man. We played for like 4 or 5 hours. Actually, I got both the guys' numbers. The older white guy who just turned out to be rich somehow, and the buff white guy, I got the numbers, man. They turned out to be real cool people. I just really don't know what to tell people who like go out of their way trying to start violence and then like trying to play the victim card when violence happens, when they started it. Like, that's one of the things that pisses me off. I can't stand that shit. And I run into that all the time, where people will start shit with me, and then when I'm like, okay, well then what's up? They're like, bro, chill. Chill. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Chill. So that's what the fuck happened, man. I love to laugh. I love the joke. I'm just out here trying to have fun. I just want to have fun, man. I just want to laugh and joke, and I just want to make myself look stupid because that's funny too. I'm not out here trying to fight people and beat people up and shit, but if they start some shit, I just kind of kick into the same mentality I was when I was living in fucking Cleveland Rack, because that place is horribly violent, and my first reflex is to fuck you up before you fuck me up, because I'm thinking and that's one of my biggest problems. I tend to take people at face value. Like, if you tell me you're this crazy tough badass who beats people the fuck up, then I'm going to believe you. And then when you try to fight me, I'm going to go at you with everything I've got, because I'm remembering like, oh, well, this guy said he's a 12th degree black belt, so I've got to rip his dick off. Like, that's the only way to defeat this nigga, is to fucking yank his anus out through his eyelids. You know what I mean? I've got to go Mortal Kombat 10 fatality on these niggas out in these streets. But that's the story, man, and hope you guys enjoyed it, which you guys probably did, because it was me telling y'all about how ratchet I am. If you guys did, make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe. If we reach like 5K likes within like these next 2 days, then I'll have another story up within the next week and a half. I promise you guys that. Twism.